Good morning, guys. Good morning. What an amazing day yesterday. That rally, man. I mean, unbelievable, right? With what happened here. But we did have one candidate, right? That this Jan 24 candle is a possibility. Personally, I was expecting a little big dip first, and then later on in the day maybe buy calls. But they just ripped it straight up, right? But anyways, we still had a great day scalping in the team, right? But here now the only thing is, does this candle make you super bullish that there was so much buying going on yesterday? And you know that's it. Like, do you have FOMO? These things are the things that you should ask yourself, right? Now, personally, this was a very strong candle. I am not a bull. I am not a bear. I'm just seeing the bigger picture here. I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe we do a complete V-shaped recovery to all the way towards 5,000. Who knows? I have no idea. All right, but I can share what I know backed by data and as much as I understand myself and with the experience I have from my past. Now, SPX, first off, right off the back, 4250 is the key level. We hold above 4250. Bullish case remains. Upside from here is 4350. Given 4300 is held. And yesterday we did, in the chat, earlier in the day when we were in a no man's land between 4150, 4200, there was a lot of sideways movement. But once 4200 was held, it went up. So let's look at what do I mean by held. When I say this, a lot of people don't actually understand. So I'm just going to go over what exactly do I mean by this. Now, you guys remember this chart when we sent, right, in the chat from these levels. Here, if we look at it, 4200 here first popped above, right? It popped towards here we had the pop on 4200 plus, but now you want to see if these levels are going to hold. Whether they're going to go straight up, it could have been. Then you missed the trade, as simple as that. I don't chase. But once it popped through 4200, that's both showing strength. Then they came back and retested. We had 4 red candles. Okay, so you don't want to rush. You don't want to have FOMO, because if you're playing FOMO with these trades and you get caught on the wrong side, those options lose a lot of value so fast, and you might not have the tolerance to hold through these red candles. And then maybe when it goes back up, if you're scalping. But on this retest, then SPX started holding above 4200 right here. Right, on this retest, we had this retest, it came back right away. Bulls were showing strength, and as soon as this candle took over, that was the first sign that, okay, you know what, it's time to pull the trigger, maybe go long. And that's how I was adjusting my strangles along the way. IWM, I did 4 strangles yesterday. We nailed all. Tesla scalps in the morning, we nailed them. Right, Yash nails trades all day. Mamba, and then LB is a scalping machine himself, right? And then T with his spy calls, Platinum, Sachs with his spy calls and puts. And then we had this huge rally, all right? Personally, I did not expect this big of a move. I did not expect that we were going to get such a big rally, all right? I really did not expect on Thursday we were going to get this huge, humongous rally across the board. Anyways, now going for today, where did my text go? Okay, I lost my text. But overall, so those are the key levels. Now, one thing that you guys want to understand, yesterday the puts, so I have them written down here, the 420 SPY and then 4200 puts were closed. All right, puts were closed, and there were more puts, action puts being closed where hedges they have to buy back the stock, and then the calls being bought. If this rally, if we had a high call volume as well, it would have made a lot more sense to maybe start picking up some long plays. But there isn't much call flow in the indices, and what that basically means is these rallies are not sustainable. And everything I'm speaking here, guys, just go over the gamma report if you don't understand it, but I hope I'm trying to put it in simple terms so you guys understand this. All right, but now the puts have been lowered to 400 and 4,000. So 400 SPY and 4,000. What does that mean? Then in the coming weeks or days, the market hedges, the big guys that know the market, we might have this rally, but the question is, do we hold here? Right, many people are already calling in bottoms here. I'm not against them. I'm not against anybody. Everyone's allowed to have their own opinions. But in the coming days, by Monday or Tuesday, we get some negative news from Ukraine, Russia, something, or maybe from Fed for the rates, then we're coming right back down. All right, understand this. These are very good candles. This chart looks amazing. These are very good candles to suck longs in. Remember this part, okay? All the retail traders, if trading was this easy, if this candle was this easy to spot on, if it was this easy to spot a bottom and buying long calls based on this, everyone would be a millionaire. Trust me on this. All right. But again, if levels are held, we cannot ignore them, then upside remains. All right, so I'm open to both ways, but I don't want to ignore the fact that we can see lower. I don't want to ignore that fact yet. It's way too early for me to accept that. But this rally, let's see how long it lasts. Today, we're opening green again, right? Our futures were down heavily last night. You know, a lot of volatility with Ukraine and Russia, obviously. And in the morning, we had some statements from, I believe, from the east, and futures ripped. And then I think CPI or CPE data came in, that also helped a little bit. But do we hold today? Let's see. 43.50 is the upper target that I have if we do reach. 43.50 is the upper target for me if we do get there. And if we do, it's a short scalp opportunity. All right. And today is Friday. How much can happen? You know, can Vanna Charm show up? I don't know. Let's see. It depends, right? Depends on how much puts are remaining, whatnot. And there's a chart that has been posted in pre-market prep in our premium chat. All right, so please do go over it. It'll make a lot of sense. All right, so that's that for the gamma. That took a little bit of time. And some stocks that we can go over. Amazon, just crazy move. Options from 50 cents went to 50, almost 40, 50 bucks. All right, we're talking about 10,000% on the same day if somebody knew the rally was coming and executed. So close to filling up this gap, but again, I'm just looking at the overall picture. It looks good, holding the strong support. Maybe it just bases here for some time. And if we go on the weekly charts now, so on Amazon, weekly is making a nice little reversal candle. And today, if it closes above 3,050 or maybe towards 3,075, this is a very bullish weekly reversal candle. And then we got resistance above 3,200, 3,300. And maybe next week we go green and we hold. And then March 15 and 16. March 15 and 16 will be really, really important. Those are the dates we see. And if the market holds on those, and then the following Monday and Tuesday, maybe there will be a chance to buy some long calls. All right, but until the March OPEX, anything is possible. I have no idea. And do read SPX futures also by Platinum Sachs in the chat, and that will also help. Some great points there. Apple also on the weekly, can it make a reversal? Can it go green? It's possible, right? Then let's see what happens next week. For it to go green, it needs to close above 160, 165.50ish. I would say 166. All right, so above 166, if it closes, that's a kind of a bullish candle, and then we see what happens next week. Maybe Apple rips out of this bull flag on the weekly. It's a possibility, right? You don't want to ignore all these possibilities. But on the longer time frame, I do believe lower. But again, on the weekly, what we have here, we cannot ignore. Above this part, we can definitely go test the all-time highs. Who knows? It's possible. AXP, what an amazing play. I'm just going to go on the daily chart. I hope you guys managed your puts. Bear spreads, everything was up huge on AXP yesterday, right? Massive profits. So I hope you guys will manage well on those. And on AXP, I'm looking for a retest of 193, 194 again. At these levels, if I see another reversal, I'm probably going to take another short. Yep. On it, because for me, it's an opportunity on a longer time frame that I see that AXP probably has much lower to go again, right? Or maybe I'll do some more bear spreads at the top and sell the premium again. Why not, right? And then we have AMD. This one stock has been really strong, right? Even when the market was falling, it wasn't. It's actually been holding this near the 200 MA on the daily. And AMD, guys, keep an eye on this. There's buyback going on in this name too. If the market holds, reverses, this is one name that can probably go towards 130, 140 fast. All right. So, and $100 is a very strong support on AMD. This $100 zone is very, very strong on AMD, right? The stock already came down from 165 towards 100. I don't think it goes too low from 100 unless the market really, really takes a dump. It's a different story. But AMD, keep an eye on. This is one chip name that I think can see higher if the market holds. NVIDIA, similar action to AMD, almost similar, right? This also, keep an eye on it. If 230, 240 levels are held, then we have all the way towards 257, 260, this top zone right here. And then we see what we have next. One thing that I do want to mention today on SPX, usually on rips like this is something like this is possible. We might even have like a little inside day within this candle today. It's a possibility. So you might see some directional swings to a downside and the upside. And if we rip completely to the upside, that's just super bullish then. Like if we completely just absolutely rip towards the upside, then we'll see what goes on there. But anything is possible. Here, something like this is possible on the bottoming pattern. I think Albie also mentioned this last time, or when he went over his charts. So expect more 4200 magnet level, 4200, 4150, 4250, 4300. These levels, I think, will act as magnet for a short term right now. And if we form a bottom here, then maybe we can go towards high. And understand, Sachs said the low of the quarter one is in. He means up to March 31st. So means he probably also sees lower in the coming months. Who knows? But until March 31st, he believes that these will be the lows, and he could be right. And I hope he is right. It's much easier to trade the market then. And let's see what happens. And Qs, same thing. On the daily, on the weekly, I'll just quickly go over. Any charts, guys, just type in. I can go over them. Tech making a little reversal here, right? And it can see some. As long as we hold these levels, we got our 320, a big move from 400. That's a big move from here, obviously. And we can definitely see 355, 360 on tech again, on Qs, if these levels are held now above 340 and whatnot. All right. Twitter, I want to go over. I really like this chart on the weekly basis. I love the weekly chart here. On the monthly, if it needs to go towards 40 plus, we'll go with the monthly also. But this Twitter right here got the low of 31, so we downside is now limited. Twitter may see as low as 30 maybe, but well, we did get 31. So this comment is from before, from one of the other pre-markets, I believe. But we did get close to 30 yesterday, right at the open. Twitter, if it goes back towards 40 and bases here, this could be one of the swing plays in the coming months or coming weeks is forming. All right, and if we go on the monthly chart here, is ready to make a reversal. Monday, the monthly candles close. All right, and on Monday, for Twitter to make a reversal candle on the monthly, it needs to close over $38 technically. If we can get 40, 39, 40, that will be really bullish. And then we have the 50 MA on the monthly, and once we go above 40 bucks and hold, this can definitely see 50 or 55 short term. All right, Twitter can do something like this on the monthly, right? It can definitely go see this $50 zone. And you don't have to play options on these names. You can have a stop loss on equity. If you catch an equity move on Twitter from 40 to 50, that's a 25% gain, right? In a month, 2 months, or 3 months. On equity, those gains are amazing, right? You don't have to play options all the time. You can also do equity if your account allows you to. All right. Twitter's over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 red months. It's not just gonna keep on going straight down. There will be one green month. All right. So maybe this month or next month. So keep an eye on Twitter. Pins also. Monthly looks attractive. Too much red is at the support level from the breakout support, and this is definitely a very, very attractive price on pins. All right, so keep an eye on pins as well. Snap, huge gap up on earnings. On the monthly, it's already leading the, I think, social media is making a reversal candle. This, if we hold about 40 bucks, Snap, this can also see towards 50, 55. All right, for this, $40 is the level that it needs to hold. All right, and then we have Facebook, 200 psychological, a huge red candle, but I will not just go long on Facebook right now. It has a lot to prove in the coming weeks and months. If they sold it off like this, there's definitely something wrong in the system, or there's definitely something going on. All right, so don't ignore it, because if you ignore it, something like this can happen, like PayPal or Square. If PayPal can go from 300 and somebody told you it was going to go to 100 a few months back, you would not believe them. But here it is, we're at 100, and it still looks damn ugly, right? So anything is possible. Square, I think on earnings is up. For this to make a monthly reversal candle, we need 130. On Monday, if this gets above 130 by any chance and we have a rally in the markets, Square is also another candidate towards 150, 160 for a $20, $30 move to the upside. All right. I'm just going over some charts here, guys, just so that BTC on the third here, and I'll go on the monthly. Okay, so let's go on the weekly. Okay, so it's a similar chart to SPX on the weekly basis, right, or Qs. Bitcoin, I think it needs about 40, 43K above this zone. If we can continue holding above this zone, right, we can probably see much higher. This is the zone it needs to hold above, right, which happens to be 43,000, 44,000. If it takes out and it goes above here, we can definitely see 52, 53. And if Bitcoin goes up, I think the market will also go up, right? They've been acting the same lately. And if Bitcoin fails, then that's also negative for the market in my opinion as well. All right. And some altcoins, I don't have enough time, I would go over them, but if you trade crypto, I'll probably do some crypto analysis over the weekend, and I'll post some altcoins for you guys. And apart from that, IWM, okay, IWM is volatile. We've been doing a lot of strangles on this name. Yesterday we did strangles on it all day, right? Why not take advantage of the volatility? IWM options move a lot. I find it really good for strangles. right? And today, if it takes out 200, we might see 202 on IWM, right? So keep an eye. But again, 200 will be hard. If we have an inside candle, then you just gotta scalp it fast, all right? Something like this is possible, like inside candles, all right? So let's see what happens. And with that, guys, I'll end it. Thank you for attending. Manage well. It's Friday. There will be a lot of opportunities. Pay attention on voice chat, right? You just gotta have fast fingers in this market. Personally, I'm not ready to swing trade yet. I would not take any swings just yet. Right, the market still has. I want to see some more things. I want to see some call option flows coming in with high volume, which I don't see right now. With that, thank you so much. Voice chat, my stock life. God bless.